Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Basa, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We are going to begin with manager Xavi talking about his Barca so far that he has coached since 2021. We are going to discuss on some very good stats. Talking about Xavi's numbers compared to other Barcelona coaches after their first 100 games. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this Luis Enrique's former assistants, who also recently talked about Xavi's passers, saying that they didn't have this level of confidence since that time. So, guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up till the very end. Barcelona's trip to Estadio do Dragão to take on Porto in the UEFA Champions League group stages clash for game week 2 will be a historic game as Xavi manages his 100th game for the club. The Spaniard joins a lucrative list of only 10 other coaches who have managed to hit the 100 game mark as a coach for Barcelona, with Johan Cruyff sat at the very top with a massive 430 matches. But how does Xavi compare to the rest of the list in his Barcelona tenure so far? So let's take a look. Talking about Enrique, Pep, Valverde, those three lead the pack after 100 games in charge of Barca. Luis Enrique was the manager to garner the most wins, that is 80 wins, 4 titles already, including a treble after 100 games, with Leo Messi, Neymar Jr., and Luis Suarez in exceptional form throughout his record of 282 goals across his century of games also stands as the second highest, behind only Fernando Duchek, whose Barcelona team had 297 goals. Pep Guardiola had 71 wins to his name with 242 goals and a mammoth 5 trophies. He could go on to add the 6th a few months later as well, completing the sextuple in his first season in charge of the club. Ernesto Valverde completed the podium with 68 wins and 241 goals. With Neymar no longer part of the club and Luis Suarez form in decline, the sheer amount of goals in his tenure was impressive. Further, he also manages to win 3 trophies in the form of La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Spanish Super Cup. Xavi stands fourth in this list with 62 wins out of 100 and 191 goals. He is the only one of the top 5 to not have hit the 200 goal mark yet after 100 games. With the La Liga and Spanish Super Cup last season, he has 2 pieces of silverware under his belt though. Xavi numbers is no way, shape or form stand out compared to the rest of the list, but it is imperative to understand the context behind them. Both Luis Enrique and Ernesto Valverde had a fair bit of money to spend during the start of the tenure. The former was blessed with the likes of Luis Suarez, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, Ivan Rakitic, Claudio Bravo, and others during his first summer window itself. Josep Bartomeu signed 3 €100 million plus players for Valverde, even though the former Athletic Club boss did not quite get most of the players he desired. Pep Guardiola inherited a team in turmoil and did not quite spend as much as the other two, but had the likes of prime Leo Messi, Xavi, Andres Iniesta, Gerard Piqué, Dani Alves, and several others in the squad to make his life a little bit easier. On the other hand, Xavi inherited a broken team that was under severe financial distress and under a new president. While he was being able to get a lot of his targets like Ferran Torres, Robert Lewandowski, and Rafinha, the squad still has way too many cracks to paper over. The fact that Xavi was able to win two trophies already with this team is a testament of his capabilities and achieving 100 games as the coach of the Catalans. Of course, Xavi Hernandez will be coaching his 100 game when we meet Porto tomorrow, and of course, we can see his stats over there. As compared to the other great managers Barca have managed to have, of course, Xavi Hernandez, honestly, he's doing a phenomenal job compared to what many were expected of him when he joined. Of course, last season we saw Barca winning La Liga and the Spanish Super Cup, and we hope that this season will be better. Then on to the next story of discussion. Speaking in an interview with Marca, former Barca assistant manager and ex-Spain head coach Robert Moreno has claimed that Barca seems to be heading towards the right direction under Xavi. Moreno spent 3 years at Barca between 14 and 17, serving as the assistant to then manager Luis Enrique. After that, the 46-year-old also served as Enrique's assistant with the Spanish national team before, taking over the job himself for a brief period. Since then, Moreno also had stints at AS Monaco and Granada as the head coach. The former Barca assistant manager was asked about what he thought of the club under Xavi, to which he replied, "I see it as a good thing. Despite the fair play circumstances, an excellent job has been done. Nobody could have thought that they would help up with such a complete squad. I like Xavi. He has that technical or that tactical ability to change things during the game and to prepare for them. He knows the club he's doing to do well and will be a candidate for the title like Madrid." When asked if he ever foresaw the possibility of Xavi becoming manager, Moreno said, "Yes, I could see it. I remember once when he was our player and it was his last year at Barca. We were walking to the coach and I said to him, 'How difficult it's going to be when you become coach?' He asked me why. Because you are not going to have Andres Iniesta on you. But look, now Gavi and Pedri are coming along and they bring a huge amount of talents to the table. The talent as a coach is not enough. Without players, it's impossible." The former Barca assistant also commented on breakthrough prodigy Lamine Yamal and how Xavi is handling the young star, saying Lamine has an enormous talent. He's a differential, but the 16-year-old, he needs to improve on a lot of things. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.